Pause for 1 second and face this truth. The distance between your life now and the life you imagine is built in silence, not spotlight. It isn't brilliance. It isn't fortune. It's the quiet decisions you repeat when nobody is noticing. Most people sit around waiting for the mood, the timing, or permission to begin, but the ones who actually rise, they stack tiny improvements, daily, without applause. Let me say something uncomfortable. This very minute, there's someone your age, dealing with similar struggles, fewer resources, and heavier pressure. Still pushing forward while you scroll, while you prepare, while you delay. That person is assembling the future you keep picturing. They aren't gifted, they aren't blessed. They simply grasped a rule you're still avoiding. Stay with me, because in the next moments I'll break down what separates real transformation from endless talk. Here's the part rarely advertised about winning. Progress isn't constructed during hype. It's forged after excitement fades, when your muscles protest, when your brain whispers later, when quitting feels reasonable. That instant is the doorway. That's where trajectories shift. Because the 1% mindset isn't about outshining others. It's about surpassing yesterday's version of yourself. Just a fraction more. Not flawless, merely slightly stronger in discipline than the self who stopped before. Ask yourself this: what's happening internally right now? There's a constant battle between who you are and who you're capable of becoming. Every day, one side scores points. When the alarm gets ignored, the older self advances. When training is skipped, the older self advances. When you promise tomorrow, the older self advances. You don't need a perfect record, you need a winning average. One extra smart choice, one more appearance, one more effort. That is the 1% mindset. Let me offer a perspective shift. If you increase your capacity by 1% each day for a year, the growth multiplies beyond recognition. Drift backward by 1% daily, and everything erodes to almost nothing. So the real question isn't whether change is required. The question is momentum. Which direction are you already traveling? Because stillness is an illusion. You're either constructing or dismantling. Neutral simply doesn't apply. What quietly destroys more dreams than failure ever could? Comfort, that gentle voice telling you it's okay to stay as you are. Rest is necessary, yes, but surrender is deadly. Comfort works slowly. It doesn't end things immediately. It takes decades until one day you realize you rehearsed life instead of living it. Listen carefully now. You don't need a total overhaul today. You need one shift, one pattern, one decision, one disciplined moment. Read a page, do a single push-up, stay an extra hour. Just one. Because one compound, one becomes two. Two becomes consistency. Consistency becomes habit. Habit shapes identity. Identity determines destiny. That destiny is being formed right now. Tonight, before sleep, stand in front of a mirror. Don't study your face. Study your eyes. Ask yourself honestly, did I earn this day? Did I work for my goals? Did I deserve the future I claim to want? Did I respect the person looking back? That reflection knows everything. It remembers when you stopped early. It remembers when you justified laziness. It remembers when easy was chosen. You can deceive people. You can deceive friends. You can even deceive me. But you cannot deceive that reflection. Earn its respect daily. A year from now, you will arrive somewhere. The question is, where? Stronger, sharper, or burdened with the same explanations, the same fears, the same regrets. Either way, time keeps moving. It doesn't wait for readiness, it ignores your excuses. It continues, and here's the frightening, beautiful reality. Everything you want exists beyond the version of yourself you're hesitant to become. The disciplined version, the relentless version, the 1% better version. That person isn't waiting later. They're waiting now. So let me leave you with this final challenge. Who takes the win today? The version that retreats when discomfort appears, or the version that shows up regardless? Because the 1% mindset isn't hype. It's choice.